mula sa pinagsanib puwersa ng Presidential Communications Operations Office, Philippine Information Agency, National Broadcasting Network, at Philippine Broadcasting Service, Radyo ng Bayan. Talking Points, ang tinig ng serbisyo publiko. Muli sa magandang umaga Pilipinas, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao at Mega Manila. Ngayon po mga kaibigan ay araw ng Martes at muli pong sumasin yung programang Talking Points, ang tinig ng serbisyo publiko. Mga kaibigan, ang programang ito ay sabayan pong sumasayang papawid sa NBN Channel 4 at napapakinggan din sa lahat ng impila ng Philippine Broadcasting Service, Radyo ng Bayan, nationwide. Sang panig ng mundo man kayo o ng Pilipinas man kayo naroroon, sumasayang papawid po ang programang ito sa Radyo ng Bayan, Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao. At syempre sa internet, www.pbs.gov.ph. Good morning po sa inyo lahat. Sama-sama pong inihatid sa inyo ng PCOO, PIA, PNA, PTV4 at PBS Radyo ng Bayan ang programang ito, Talking Points, ang tinig ng serbisyo publiko. Ako po si Alan Alianige.
Good morning, Alan, at good morning sa lahat ng ating mga tagapakinig at taga-subaybay over PTV Channel 4. Ako po si Maju Ramos. Ngayon po ay Tuesday again, and it's Talking Point. Sorry po, I missed all of you last week because of some engagements, but I'm back today. And today, being a Tuesday, meron naman tayong makakasama. Dito po tayo ngayon sa studio ng Radyo ng Bayan. Tayo po ay sabayang napapakinggan sa lahat ng mga himpilan ng Radyo ng Bayan, nationwide, Luzon, Visayas at Mindanao.
Okay, at ngayong umaga mga kaibigan, tayo po ay makakakuha ng mga update tungkol po sa iba't ibang mga efforts ng ating pamahalaan para ma-alleviate o mapagaan ang kahirapan ng ating mga kababayan. At ang panahuin po natin this morning ang siya pong magbibigay sa atin ng mga updates sa mga hakbang na yan at sa mga activities at mga proyektong tinututukan po ng ating pamahalaan para ma-alleviate yun hong kahirapan ng mga kababayan natin na sinasabi nga po na dumaranas ng kahirapan sa kasalukuyan. Maju, ikaw na magpakilala sa ating bisita this morning.
Yes, Alan. Kasama natin mula sa National Anti-Poverty Commission or ang NAPSI, si Assistant Secretary for Communications and Resource Mobilization Service, si Ms. Asec Lila Ramos Shahani. Good morning, Asec Lila Shahani.
Good morning po. Thank you for having me today.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. At kami po'y natutuwa na kayo'y nakarating ng personal ngayong umaga dito po sa ating paglilingkod bayan. Ma'am, ang unang tanong ko po ay pakibigyan po kami, ma'am, please, at ang ating mga taga-subaybay ng overview tungkol po sa tanggapan na tinatawag natin na National Anti-Poverty Commission. Mukhang ito ay isang organization o isang komisyon na napakabigat ng mandato na nakaatang sa kanyang mga balikat. Give us an overview, ma'am, please, of NAPSI.
Actually, totoo po yun. Napakarami ho ng trabaho sa NAPSI kasi lahat ng mga mahihirap sa Pilipinas, pinoproblema namin. At kami po yung monitoring at oversight agency ng gobyerno. So, pinag-aaralan po namin yung lahat ng mga ginagawa ng bawat ahensya. Kunyari po yung Department of Health, what they're doing with respect to PhilHealth, yung Department of Education, ano po ang ginagawa nila for primary education ng mga kabataan natin. So, every agency that touches on the notion of poverty, whether it's local government, DILG, whether it's PMS, we monitor what they do. So, that's actually a big job. Yeah.
Before anything else, Alan, I'd like to say na we would like to extend our condolences to the Asec here, because Asec Shahani, because we know from yesterday's news that yung first cousin ni Asec Shahani passed away. So our condolences, ma'am, but thank you still for gracing the program today. I understand you thought of rescheduling.
Yeah, thank you so much for saying that. Our family really appreciates it. Actually, we considered postponing the talk kasi we only found out yesterday po. And actually, nobody knew she was sick until Thursday of last week. So, mga 4 days ago po. So, yun nga, we were a little bit shocked, and naturally, we're still grieving, but the funeral po will be on Friday. So, si President Noy Noy stayed with us for almost an hour and a half yesterday, at marami pong nakiramay at bumisita. So, we really appreciate po.
You're very welcome, Asec. But the real trooper that Asec is and the public servant that she is, tuloy po tayo ngayon to talk about an equally important concern of the government. Pag sinabi pong NAPSI, hindi maiwasang ikabit ka agad dyan yung kahirapan. And sometimes we have to really be purposeful para ipaalam sa mga kasama natin na merong ginagawa. Because initially, pag sinabi mo, ang daming mahirap Ano yung mga programa ng gobyerno, ba't ang daming mahirap? The main concern is, nararamdaman ba? But before we are able to do this programs of government, how do you specifically identify? I read something like identifying and putting a face and a profile on the poor people. How does NAPSI go about this, Asec?
Actually po, it's not just NAPSI, it's the government has this national household targeting system for poverty reduction. So, actually very complex po yun kasi kailangan pong bilangin kung ilan ang mga mahihirap, saan sila. So, pupunta talaga yung mga nagtatanong on the ground. They go to the provinces and to the field, and they go from household to household po. And there's a protocol, there's a series of questions na sasagutin ng mga tao. And then based on those answers, the people monitoring yung NHTS-PR, they're the ones who decide this is where the greatest needs are. These are the people who deserve help in terms of conditional cash transfers or PhilHealth. So, pero syempre po, I mean, hindi po madaling usapan yan kasi kailangan i-monitor na accurate po ang pagsagot ng mga tanong. Diba po?
Okay. Given that particular premise, ma'am, nagsagawa ng tinatawag na National Household Targeting System all over the country to determine kung sino talaga yung mga mahihirap at mas nangangailangan nga ng higit na atensyon ng ating pamahalaan or those probably below the poverty line. Ano po? Yes. Asec, base ho dito sa latest figures na hawak po ng NAPSI ngayon, mga ilan na po more or less base dito sa resulta nitong huling National Household Targeting System ang may tuturing po na below the poverty line at sila yung kumbaga pangunahing tututukan ng NAPSI in coordination with the other government agencies sa pagkakaloob po ng tulong?
Ayon po sa National Statistics Coordinating Board, kasi sila po ang gumagawa ng overall counting, yung NSCB po, the 2009 figures indicate that poverty incidence by individuals was around 26.5%, which is quite high. And what that in 2009 po. So what that translates to is about 4 million families po.
4 million families.
Yes. So that's quite high because the Millennium Development Goal target po is about a little over 16%. So that's really what we're trying to get at. We don't want to have more than 16% poor. So mataas pa rin po yung 26.5.
Okay, 26.5%, which translates to 4 million families all over the country.
Yes.
And having said that, and with the statistics saying this, ano yung mga short-term and some of the short-term and long-term plans of government that is being implemented in part through NAPSI and the other agencies?
Well, kasi po ang ginagawa ng NAPSI, we coordinate with the sectoral assemblies. Kasi yung base sa Republic Act 8425, yung tinatawag po nating mga basic sector, 14 po yun. So, there's farmers, fisher folk, indigenous people, urban poor, women, workers in the informal sector, workers in the formal sector, migrant workers, children. So, victims of disasters and calamities. Tapos meron din pong mga NGOs at saka cooperatives. So lahat yung mga 14 sectors na yon, sila yung mga target namin. And so we organize these national sectoral assemblies and we choose these sectoral representatives. And they're the ones who represent each sector and they tell us what their needs are, what they're not happy with respect to the law, how they want the laws to change, to take into account what their specific needs are, where they feel government needs to invest more in what types of programs. Kasi hindi naman po pwede na Imperial Manila lang po na nagsasabi, ito
Yes.
ang mga pangangailangan ng mga mangingisda. Kailangan ang mga mangingisda po ang magsabi kung ano ang mga pangangailangan nila. Tapos kami na lang po ang mag-a-adjust. So we coordinate with the sectors. That's our main focus at NAPSI.